Late breaking news. Cornell West accepts over $3,000 from a right-wing billionaire. No surprise to me. Absolutely no surprise to me. That's what I expect. That and worse or similar. This was made very, very clear from the very instant that he announced. Which is why I've made multiple videos calling out that this is some bullshit. But as usual, the left doesn't learn from their mistakes, right? They've been fooled before, and fooled again, and fooled again. Interestingly enough, some of the most aggressive left-wingers online who are telling other left-wingers, you're not the real left and you guys are being fooled by the squad. These people fell for previous frauds themselves, right? That's kind of what activated them, right? They weren't able to distinguish people who are serious, people who are solid, from people who are nothing but talk, right? They themselves fell for it. They used to be AOC fans. Now they're, oh, the fraud squad, right? They used to be Bernie fans. Now they're, oh, he's just as a tool of the Democratic Party, right? They used to be Obama fans. Oh, Obama was just a smooth talker. And then Cornell West comes and gives them a layup, and they still fumble. The day that he announced he was running under the People's Party, I'm not saying you just abandon him right then and there, but that's a major red flag, and you're like, what the hell? And you're like, okay, he better have a good damn explanation for why he would do this, right? He didn't have a good explanation for why he did that, right? Something overtly stupid, overtly amateurish. What is the explanation for why he would do something like that? That's not a mistake, right? A mistake is I'm on the phone, distracted, and I miss my exit. All right? Mistake is there's a restaurant called El Flamingo and there's one called The Flamingo, right? And I went to The Flamingo instead of El Flamingo, and that restaurant actually sucks. That's a mistake, right? I'm making something a little bit closer to home on what we're talking about. A mistake would be if it was a secret how dysfunctional the People's Party was. Nobody really knew. They put on a good show, and we were all surprised, right? We were like, these people look legit. Right? The scandals, not really getting that much attention. Some random no-name person online is making some claims, but you gonna take a word of some rando? He's probably just smearing the People's Party, right? And that's it? I'm not even gonna listen to that. Come to find out it was legit. That's a mistake, right? That's a mistake. Nobody knew how dysfunctional the People's Party was. And I heard the rumors about the sexual stuff, but it was just some rando guy. We didn't have any credible evidence. I didn't know. That's a mistake. It couldn't be any more of not a mistake than the way it went down. This is a guy who had intimate knowledge of the People's Party dysfunction because he was behind the scenes with the People's Party for a minute. He was behind the scenes with Nick Brana for a minute, right? So he has to know Nick Brana and how he gets down. So what do we think? Is he corrupt? Or is he such an amateur? And it's hard for people to call it, you're calling Cornell West an amateur? Get out of the past and get into the present. Forget about what Cornell West has done in the past. Look what he's doing now. Wake up. Be woke. You think that Cornell West is an amateur to where he can't see what kind of a clown Nick Brana is, right? That's what you're trying to say? Either you're saying he's an amateur and you're agreeing with me, or you're saying he's just as bad as Nick Bronner. He knew what Nick Bronner was doing. He was like, I condone this. You get yours, Nick Bronner. And if the American left were awake, actually woke, and not just in this cloud of, I don't know what, can't see their head from their ass, how do you have this guy running, don't get the red flag of the party that he picks, and then that doesn't trigger you to go do some due diligence? I like Cornell West. I've loved a lot of stuff he said in the past, but what's happening right now, I don't understand this. Let me look into it. Because if you did, and you saw who he's been affiliating with, Wing Billionaire, and he accepted it, I guess now he's turned it back, but I wouldn't have been surprised to you. It's not a surprise to me, not because I'm some kind of a genius, just because I'm not caught up, right? I'm looking at what the man is doing now, and I'm looking at it with logic, right? Not Ben Shapiro's logic that always seems to align with vote GOP, but actual logic. The actual logic says even an amateur politician should not have made such a mistake as not even thinking about strategically which party is the best party to run. Right? That is amateur hour. Even somebody with not really much political experience, and he's got a lot of political experience, right? Even somebody with not much political experience, one of the first things they know and would figure out pretty quickly is I need to pick the best party. I'm going against the grain here. So one of the most important decisions I'm going to make is which party I'm going to run under, right? Even somebody without political experience would get this. This is basics, right? You claim you can drive, but you don't even know where the keyhole is. You claim you can drive, and you don't even know what P and D and 1 and 2 stand for. What are these numbers and letters? I don't know. Right? Oh, it's just a mistake. He didn't realize to drive and to park. He made a mistake. He didn't. What are you talking about? There's no way that's a mistake. Somebody said they can drive and they don't know what P and D and 1 and 2 and L. They don't know what are these letters and numbers. Come on, man. That person cannot drive if they don't know the very basic. They don't know where the keyhole is. If you don't know that picking the party you run under is one of the most critical decisions, and if you do know, and somehow you end up with the People's Party, what? And then you hop over to the Green Party, and look how quick he hopped, right? If he had spent a lot of time thinking about which party he's gonna run under, he wouldn't have been so quick to hop, because he would have thought about this, right? You wouldn't be able to catch him off guard, like, oh my goodness, da-da-da. No. He would have thought hard about it, and he would have picked that party for very, very good strategic reasons. And if you question them, he would have to be like, I don't know, on the fence, still sticking with them, and maybe long down the road, he says, you know what, maybe these guys are right. But the fact that he hopped so quick, I mean, he wasn't even committed to the People's Party. He just kind of like, oh, I guess I'll run this party. Okay, then. Right? Then he hopped to the Green Party. I'm going to go independent. Let me do independent. Like, what? How many? This is so obvious. This is pink elephant in the room. He starts with a party that's dysfunctional, a fraudulent party ran by this sexual predator guy. And then he hops to the Green Party. Like, so that was the first one. Then he hops to the Green Party so quick, right? Red flag number 2, this guy's just hippity hopping and don't stop, right? Hippity hoppity. That's Cornell West. The poor people, this and that. We gotta. If the glove don't fit, we must all quit. If the glove don't fit, we must all quit. Right? Too legit to quit. Hop from one party to the next. Hop again. Billionaire donation. Oh yeah, man. We need money to run a campaign. I don't care who's giving me the money. Right? Money is green. That's all I care about. What's the color of your money? As long as it's green. Green I am. I am green and green I am. I am Cornell West. And I am green and green I am. Send me your money. Right? We got a movement. We got a movement. And the people, this and the poor people gotta rise up. We gonna rise up. I have a dream that one day black people and white people will be walking hand in hand. And there will be no hate. It'll be just love. I want to lead this country with the power of love. I want our black brothers and sisters to finally get their reparations, and we shall
take exit
succeed
151, Montclair, Nutley,
and continue. I don't know what that was about, but anyway, how's it go? We shall proceed. No, we shall succeed and continue to rock the microphone. We shall succeed and continue to rock the microphone. Vote West. Cornell West, vote West. Cornell West, vote West. We are the movement for the poor people. We gonna rise the ships. We gonna rise all ships, my brothers and sisters. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Cornell West has been putting in the work. He's an absolute legend. But forget about what he's done and what he said in the past. Look at what he's doing now. Now, you may listen to a lot of stuff he's saying, right? And it may sound good to you, but he's been saying this stuff for decades. I said it before, I said it again, muscle memory, muscle memory. He's been saying it for so long, it's almost like one of them toys with the string. You pull it, right? You pull it and it says something, right? We shall succeed and continue to rock the microphone. We shall succeed and continue to rock the microphone, right? He's just going on, it's kind of like, it's just muscle memory, right? So you got to look at what he's bringing that's new. So you can see where he's at today. Who's the guy today that's running for president? The Cornell West of today that's running for president. That's the guy, that's not these words, that's an echo of who he used to be, right? The guy who's running is the guy who would run under the People's Party. The guy who would hop real quick to the Green Party because he wasn't really committed to the People's Party, because he just kind of like, just, oh, I'm gonna run here, I'm gonna run. That's amateur hour. That's who you want to put your energy behind? How many times do you guys need to be burned before you wake the fuck up? This was a layup. It was obvious Cornel West wasn't doing nothing. He's saying good stuff, but that's an echo from a man that he used to be, who he used to be, what he's been saying. But today, he's the man that's cool with a sexual predator, Nick Bronner. He's a man hop to the Green, hop to the Independent, taking donations from a right-wing billionaire. That's who he is today. None of this should be surprising, man. He made it easy for the left to be like, nah, man, this sounds fishy. I don't know what's going on. I used to love this man, but what he's doing right now don't make no sense. I can't be behind this, man. He made it easy. If you guys weren't able to see through this, you are hopeless. Because what happens when somebody's actually clever, that's not doing these obvious red flags? You guys will fall for stuff. right? That's what you gotta realize. It's the same thing with Trump, right? Trump was so clumsy, a buffoon, and yet millions of Americans fall for his bullshit. So what will happen when we have somebody that's got the personality of Trump or whatever, all that manipulation tactics, but they're a little bit more clever? What will happen on the left when somebody comes and says the Cornell West words, we gotta do better, the people deserve better, the poor people are struggling and the corporations are... What would happen when somebody spits that fire rhetoric, right? But they're not so clumsy like Cornell West. They ain't running with people's party. They do something that actually look like it makes sense. Something to where you guys actually have to think deep about it and recognize the red flags. This was obvious. What's gonna happen when somebody's clever, that's spitting that fire rhetoric that you guys respond to? What's gonna happen when somebody clever panders to you? You look at how Trump was able to hypnotize a lot of folks on the right. Right now, the left has demonstrated you guys are easy. You guys are easy to manipulate, easy to fool, right? All I gotta hit you guys with some the corporations. The corporations. It's all about the profits, and the Congress doesn't work, and we need more. We need more income. We need equity for all. Right? The Democratic Party is not serving the American people. The Democratic Party, they're serving their donors. And we gotta build a movement. We gonna build a movement where we gonna change the status quo. We gonna say hell no to the status quo. We gonna demand better for the American people. We're gonna fight and fight, and we won't stop, can't stop until we build a better America. An America where everybody can succeed.
In 1,000 feet.
Where we don't have so
Use
many
the
people
right
in the
lane to take
streets.
exit
Where we don't
151,
have no
Montclair,
police shooting
Nestle.
people on the streets. We need to fight to build a better America. You see, I can spit that rhetoric too. I can spit that fire too, right? And
Exit
hypnotize
right to
y'all,
exit 151,
right? That's what
Montclair,
Cornell West
Nestle.
revealed. You can spit that fire because you guys not thinking. You guys don't have that critical thinking
In 700
to
feet.
be able to see
Use the right 2
through
lanes
this
to
kind of
turn
stuff.
right on Watchung Avenue. 4 miles. Keep left to
Anyway,
Watchung
my
Avenue.
brothers and sisters, I stand before you to sit behind you to tell you something I know nothing about. Next Friday, there's gonna be a meeting on Sunday for members only. Everybody's invited. And I wanna tell you, this is what I wanna tell you, a very important message. I told you so. That's my message. I told you so. This message was approved by the Debate Me channel. Yeah. TGIF. I'm about to go hang out with my sister. She's having a tough time. I've been having a tough time. So I'm trying to hang out. Wanted to see a movie, but it's too late. I got here too late because I'm just not myself. Kind of took my time coming down here, and at some point I actually was sitting in the car in the corner with my hazard lights on, just sitting thinking. So anyway, I'm here. We're gonna do what we're gonna do, whatever. All right guys, have a good weekend. I'll see you soon. We shall proceed and continue to rock the microphone. We shall.
You visible, you get kidnapped by captivating. Go with the guns and for your sponge and a boot till